The second commitment to the American people is one that right now is the one that's on the top of their mind. But as I say, these other commitments at different times during this campaign, maybe one will be more important than the other or emphasize more. But right now, if you were to ask me what's on the mind of the American people, it's this. I will end illegal immigration, secure our borders, and the key to that is the last part. Identify every non-citizen in our country. We need to require a tamper-proof, singular ID card that every single person who comes into this country has to have. Their names, their address, what they're doing here, our ability to check them out has to be in a database, and every single person has to be entered into that. We have to require entry and exit information. The bill that was before Congress would not have required that. It would not have been mandatory. I don't understand what that means. How is it not mandatory to record who leaves the United States? If it's not mandatory, how do you know who is in the United States? It's the reason why I thought that legislation, for all the compromising and everything else, actually made things worse rather than better. The purpose of legislating is to improve things, not to make them worse. That bill made things worse. We'll also impose a one-strike-and-you're-out policy for non-citizen criminals. It frustrated me when I was mayor of New York City. It frustrates me now that if someone comes here illegally, in addition to everything else that's involved in that, if they commit a crime, we don't put them at the head of the line and throw them out of the country. A person who comes here illegally, commits a crime, should be thrown out of the country. And I guarantee you, if we can accomplish this, if we can end illegal immigration by the tamper-proof ID card, by a database, by a border stat program, which would be essentially the same as my ComStat program that I developed with Chief Bratton in New York. It reduced crime dramatically. It had results way beyond anything anyone imagined. There will be people that will say to you, you can't end illegal immigration. I guarantee it can't be done. Too many people, too big a border, can't be done. Probably some of those same people are the people that said you couldn't reduce crime in New York City. You couldn't make New York City the safest large city in America when it was considered the crime capital of America. At the core of doing that was the ComStat program. We can secure our borders. It is within our capacity to do it. Other countries do it. We can do it if we have the will to do it, if we have the competence to do it, if we have a border stat program. The way the border stat program works is you deploy technology, physical fence and technological fence. You spot where people are coming over the border, and then you deploy your resources to react to the reality on the ground. And you train your Border Patrol and expand it to the extent that they can do it. We can get it done, and as we get it done, you will find that the compromises and the other things that are necessary to give us a sensible immigration policy can happen. But the American people need to know that their borders are secure before they can be asked to deal with everything else. If we can get borders secure, the rest of it will fall into place.